Hi guys, and welcome to Eufaula Artalks. And I have a special guest for you today. We're really excited. And I gave you a little sneak peek, and I'm gonna, hey, this is my cute little mask today. I'm gonna take this off for a minute just to talk to you guys. Appreciate you joining us today. And we have, like I said, we have a very special guest. And we are in the beautiful city of Krebs, Oklahoma, bringing you this broadcast today. So Miss Glenna and I are on the road, but we are trying to keep this Art Talks going. Remember, every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, you can always catch a replay. We are also now available on YouTube, so you can watch at your leisure at any time. And we are going to try to keep this event going as long as we can. If you know people out there, artists, or people that are just interested in supporting the art, just let us know down at the studio, and we will get them on the list. And we need to kind of do a compliment. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, a collage of all the different artists that we've had, because we're going to start counting down how many we have. We need to find out, Glenna.
Since the middle of June.
Since the middle of June. I don't know what number this is, but we need to figure that out. Anyway, it's been fun, and it's been great meeting a lot of people. I don't want to stay on here, so I just want to remind you to be here next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And we have, who's our guest next week?
I think it is
Kayla?
The beaters.
Oh, yes, Indian beadwork. So anyway, hopefully we'll see you guys then. But anyway, I'm going to turn this back. You can take off your mask there, Jana. I will keep mine on just for your protection, though I have not been exposed. But we are trying to be really, really careful right now, because this thing has gone crazy in McIntosh County. And we just respect everybody else. And we don't want to be the cause of anything. So, but thank you for joining us today.
Thank you and welcome.
Well, thank you. And I love your little outfit. We caught you at work, even though we are at your home. This is your workplace.
Correct.
And you have a business called Full Circle Holistic Healing.
Yes, traditional Chinese medicine.
Ah,
Right here in Krebs.
wow. Well, we're going to talk about that more later. But I just want to tell everybody that it is... the feeling in here, in your home, is just amazing.
Oh,
and
thank you.
and I know it's not just a home, it's coming from you. So I'm really anxious to talk to you, and got you sitting on your little fireplace, because when I walked in, it was one of the first things that caught my eye. And you have such great art. We're going to talk about your art and take maybe a little tour of your home. But you know, I think I've met you once before. You judged the Yellow Submarine. I was trying to think of the word, the Yellow Submarine. You were the judge for that art show, and you did such a great job, and we really did appreciate it. And, you know, anyone that gives back to the arts is like my friend forever. So you're my friend forever. But I appreciate you, because also you are a warrior woman. You are Choctaw?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And as you know, I'm Creek. And but anybody that gives of the art like you do, and is willing to give of yourself, and you can see so much of it in your art, but you're also a role model to all other young Indian women out there that may be wanting to, you know, either get into art or even into like your holistic healing, you know. I mean, because Native women and, well, Native people in general are very spiritual.
Yes.
And so much of that comes from within. So, but tell me about, you said earlier, I'm not traditional. What do you mean by that?
Oh, I like breaking rules, I guess. I don't like being like everybody else. I like going above and beyond and experimenting with each and everything I do, you know.
Right. Right. Well, where do you think that your influence from art came? Where did that come from?
From God. As a child, I used to could just lay in the pasture and look at the sky, and I just appreciated the colors of the sky, the sunsets, the sunrises, you know, the green grass, the trees, the flowers. There's just beauty everywhere.
Yeah. Do you practice any of your traditional upbringing, your Choctaw side, your native
All the
side?
time.
Really?
All
Well,
the
see,
time.
you are traditional.
Well, into a certain aspect, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I respect the earth and the herbs, and I'm all natural myself. I make my own medicine, and you know, and
Wow.
I have smudged ever since I can remember ever since. You know, my kids always thought I was kind of weird because they were like, "Don't do that when our friends come around." But so maybe in that aspect, as far as my native, I'm traditional, but you know.
Yeah.
For some reason I'm called crazy at the family reunion, so I always kind of thought that I never was, you know, the traditional kind of person.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, crazy is just different, and people maybe just, but it's that's the creative side coming out, I think.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and that's where all those creative juices come
I
out.
just like to have fun. You call it what you want to, then normally
Yeah.
you call it crazy. But I just like to have a good time.
Yeah, there you go. I just went crazy with the camera just now, so everybody just was like, "Whoa, what was that?" So I just wanted to get a closer shot of you, so I got a little bit closer in. Um, so talking and having people come into your life is not easy for you.
Not at all.
And I'm really putting you on the spot.
Yes, you are.
But that's good. That's good.
That's okay.
And
Yeah, I need it.
and you told me all this beforehand, and I don't see that, and honestly, I don't see that in you, because to me, I see like this free bird spirit, and I love that, and I think since I've walked into your home, I've just had this feeling of calmness and joy all kind of in one. And you know what? We need that right now with all this COVID craziness going on. We started this whole series because of the COVID was affecting so many people in the art community, their livelihoods, just even hobbies, I mean, things were different. The whole thing with Hobby Lobby, when they were not allowing people to come in and get their craft stuff, which was crazy for a while there. There's just so many things that affect the people in different ways. So, and with your art, I know that's not really or do you consider that a livelihood? I know your livelihood is your work, but do you do art shows? Do you sell your art?
I've done some art shows, and I enjoy doing them. I also have a really bad back injury, so it's kind of hard for me to drag things around or whatever. But I like doing a lot of custom work for people. But
yeah,
I've recently moved, so I've only been here about 6 months, and so like my house has been my art project.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing floors and walls and that kind of thing, but. I forgot what the question was.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all about art. No. Well, so do you sell art? Do you?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I have a website, and I post my artwork there and different places. And
Okay, and we'll post that on the website. So if anyone's interested in checking out her website, that will be on our Facebook page, and everyone can go out and you have things for sale there as well?
I do.
Yeah?
I have a hard time keeping everything updated and everything, and especially this last year has just been really, really busy and technology problems and that kind of thing. So it's really not updated, but it will be soon.
How hard is it for you to let go of a painting or a art that you have done?
It used to be really hard, but then again, if somebody feels connected to something, it's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
And I love to share it. I love for other people to have my stuff, and a lot of people will say they can't afford it, whatever, but then it's like a good reason to, here's your birthday gift, or,
yeah.
Or here's just a gift I'm thinking of you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Well, looking at your home and being in your home, it's like it's an art project, and that you can see the creative juices coming out and just the feel of it. I really want to, if you don't mind, I want you to tell me that story, and then I'm going to show that painting. But tell me that story about the painting behind me that you said that
Okay.
yeah.
I wanted to experiment with India ink, And so I was at home on the front porch and letting it paint and run, and I was doing it upside down, you know, for the natural part of trees. So that's what I was thinking, trees, forests, whatever. And my little dog, you know, needs attention, and so he had spilt the paint and run across the canvas, and we whatever, you know. So we just played. So his footprints went across the canvas, and I'm like, okay, you know, I didn't want to mess that up. You know,
Yeah.
it was so natural, and so this painting kind of evolved around those footprints, you know, because I had no idea where I was going with the India ink or whatever, because I've never painted solely with India ink, but so the footprints is where that painting started. And when I moved to Florida to go to Chinese med school, this painting's so huge I had to get rid of it. I couldn't take it with me or whatever, and so I got rid of it, and it went around to different places and whatever, and it was, I thought, was lost. I had people that was wanting it and wanting to buy it and couldn't be found, whatever, and every once in a while it would be a picture would show in somebody else's house, like they were selling a house, and they would see this painting, you know, and then it was gone. And a friend of mine spotted it not long ago at a garage sale.
Oh, wow.
And bought it and told me happy housewarming to my new house. And so it came back, and it just touched me so much because of my little dog is getting older, and it's like his little footprints, and I really wanted to keep that moment, you know, because I did that painting before I left home, and it's painting outside at home meant everything to me. And so it came back.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna, if you'll follow me over here, I just want to show everybody this picture because it's so amazing. When I walked in the door, this was the first thing that I saw. Isn't that great? You see the little
footprints?
Yes, I see little footprints there. That is so cool. Well, let's walk around a little bit here,
Okay.
Jana, and we're gonna walk over. We have a nice fire going today. We have this quaint little house. We got Christmas going right here. Now that is creative art there. And I just want to show you your room. Tell me a little bit about what you do. I know this is your business, and still this is an art. You have the healing hands.
Thank you. This is my acupuncture room, and I try to keep it as cozy as possible. What I do for me is what my clients get. I do everything is all natural, all organic. I love to run energy and get people's energy going. I love to take the stress and the depression away and the best I can, and just talk people through the process, you know.
That's awesome.
I always try to do a meditation too, because so many people don't know how to meditate and won't take the time. But you come over here and I'll make you meditate, and I'll even make you exercise your lungs.
There you
Very
go.
important.
Well, it's just so cozy in there. I think I see maybe a little holistic work in my future. I'm going to follow you, and
Okay.
you're going to lead us to your closet.
My clothes, okay, in this way.
And this is a real treat to be able to come in here because this is like she told me, this is like her soul. So guys, you should feel very, very, oh my gosh, look at this. Everywhere you look, guys, this is just, oh my gosh, look at all that. Now tell me about these chairs. That is just,
You know, my bones are really bad, but you know, as me, but I see other things as good bones. And I love to take old furniture and bring that life back into them and bring them some art style or whatever. Furniture's really my thing. I love to do that. And but it's really hard to sell or whatever. So, you know, if I do it for me, that's one thing, you know, but you know.
yeah.
I just love painting on chairs and stuff.
That is so cool.
Thank
So,
you.
is there anything in here that is like super special to you?
Ah,
Any of your art, or
It's
they're
all-
just all?
it's all special.
Tell me about this native lady up here.
And that's my warrior picture, you know, and it's like trying to do a different style, you know. It's
Yeah.
You know, when I was in art school, one of my professors told me I'd never be an artist because I had no style and I really couldn't paint. I also make jewelry, and he told me that's where I needed to stay. And so for years I was like always trying to find my style of where am I supposed to be and what is my painting style and whatever. And so I've kind of come out of my box a little bit, and it's the background, it's the journey of the painting that means the most to me. So what you see on the surface really is maybe to appease you, but it's what's underneath that appeases me. It's the journey, it's the process. And there's a journey in every one of these pictures, and a feeling, and maybe, you know, some of these like I have up here is more of like a release of things that I have felt.
Yeah.
And, you know, I also have a deal in art therapy as well. I worked as a mental health counselor for many, many years, and you know, people have a hard time expressing themselves and letting go of things, and so that was one of my things was, you know, to teach them how to release, you know, but I also have to practice that myself, you know.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
so is there something in here that is your favorite?
Honestly, which one would be my favorite? Probably this girl right here
Oh, nice.
with the purple hair. And I did her with like some of my little clients, my little kids, and she's just come a long way. And I wanted to throw her away at one time, and I thought, well, I'll just paint her hair purple and keep her. That's what I did.
Yeah. Well,
And,
you know,
maybe this one. This was like one of my first art graphics. I also have a degree in technology, and
Wow.
so I wanted to be able to use the technology into my artwork, and I didn't know quite how to make that work at one time, and so like I did this on the computer, and I thought, well, I'll just paint that.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's turned out to be one of my favorite pieces, and this was an old picture that hung in my mama and papa's house, and they were going to throw it in the trash, and I thought, oh, I'll paint on
Wow.
it, you know, just do some crazy on it, and it's turned out to be one of my favorite things.
Wow. Well, you know, I ask everybody when I interview, what is art to you?
Ah, art is my life. I mean, everything I do is has a creative mode. Even I know it doesn't look like it, but the way I dress, you know, everything I do has to have some sort of something of creativity behind it. I mean, it's just kind of the way my brain works. I think everybody's an art project.
Yeah.
Life is an art project.
That's true. That's true. Well, have you had any just words of wisdom, I guess, to give to any young budding artists? What would that be?
Well, from what I see of like today, people have that low self-esteem, and they're afraid to break out of that box of, well, I don't know how to paint, I don't know how to do. And what I've got where I do is like, when people say that or whatever, it's like that's when we do some intuitive painting, you know, and it's about marks and motion and, you know, things like that. And so it's just do it. Just do it. You know, it's not about the matter of being good or bad. It's just do it. When you jump over that line of being afraid and you just do it, whether it's good or bad, I mean, it gives you a feeling of, I didn't die, you know? And it's just, it makes me sad to see so many people with such a low self-esteem of just painting, you know, and just doing. And, you know, don't be afraid, you know, and it's okay to fail. I have failed over and over and over, you know, but that's where I've gotten, that's what's made me who I am today, you know, and I'm glad for each failure. It's a lesson learned.
That's right.
You know, so that's kind of my life thing, you know, it's just do it, and if you fall, that's okay, get up, you know.
Well, on those words, I think that says it all, girl. Well, thank you again for being with us. And any last comments? Any last words?
Thank y'all for coming to my home. Namaste.
All right. And with that, guys, I'm going to go because I like the words on this. Passage. That's what we're all going
That's
through.
my heart passage. It's all about peace and love. Yeah.
And we need a lot of that right now. Guys, stay safe out there. Thanks so much. And Jana, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
see you guys next week.
God bless.